Why is there so much of protest against the government of India's recently launched Agnipath scheme? And what is the lesson for the management students in it? Plus, what is the connection between Tata Nano car and Agnipath scheme? We'll find out all this. Also, there's a contest wherein I'm going to ask you a question in this video and you may give your answer in the comment section below. Let's see how many of you get it right. One more thing. This video is completely non-political and should be viewed as a management case study only, meant purely for academic purpose. Now, before I talk about Agnipath scheme, let me talk briefly about an important concept of marketing management called brand positioning. That is, positioning of a brand in the minds of its customers. Meaning, how would a company want its customers to perceive its product? For example, Lux is positioned as a beauty soap. Meaning, when Hindustan Unilever sells Lux, they're not selling a soap, they're selling beauty. When they sell Liril, they're selling freshness. When they sell Lifebuoy, they're selling health and hygiene delivered through germ protection. That is positioning. And positioning need not be based on product features or characteristics or quality only. In fact, there is an interesting example of positioning which I used to give to my students when I used to teach them marketing around 15 years back, was of a 50 paisa candy called Chlormint. And guess what? It had positioned itself as a replacement of 50 paisa coin, solving the problem of change. Remember that TV commercial? Gore gore mukhde pe chota nahi hai. Let's have a glimpse of that.
तीन मीठा पान देना
पनुआ कैले के मनुआ के ले गोरे गोरे मुकड़े पे डाली रचैले गोरे गोरे मुकड़े पे छुट्टा नहीं है.
So that's Chlormint taking the competition to some next level. Not competing with other candies like Mentos, etc. But with the 50 paisa coin, which is like competing with Government of India directly. Now, of course, both 50 paisa and Chlormint are out of the market. Anyways, let's move on. Now, those who have seen one of my previous videos titled as The Cobra Effect and the Failure of Tata Nano car would know that one of the main reasons behind failure of Tata Nano car was its wrong positioning. Something which even Mr. Ratan Tata himself had accepted later on. Tata made the mistake of positioning Nano as the cheapest car. That is, poor man's car. Now we all know, in India, people buy cars for pride or show off. And the word cheap ruined everything. How can there be any pride and show off in buying a product that has the image or perception of being cheap? Anyways, coming back to Agnipath scheme, which despite having so many attractive benefits, is facing so much of protest. Why? Simply because the scheme does not have one important feature, that is job security. In India, government job is preferred primarily because of its job security, whereas Agnipath scheme is offering 4 years of temporary employment opportunity. Like the word car and cheap don't gel together, similarly, government job and temporary also do not fit well into the mindset of Indians. Just imagine if instead of positioning Agnipath scheme as a government job, if it had been positioned as a 4 years degree program, say Bachelor of Defense Services, Everything else remains the same. Only the presentation is different. Positioning is different. And youth happily accept education as being temporary. In fact, they would attend any Tom, Dick and Harry college after paying huge fees with no job guarantee. But we never see protests in front of colleges, do we? And just compare any such normal degree course with a 4-year degree program called Bachelor of Defense Services being run by none other than the highly respected armed forces of the country. That too absolutely free. No fee is to be paid. On the contrary, the institute will pay you handsome stipend, not salary, stipend to the tune of 30 to 40,000 rupees per month, plus a good corpus at the completion of the course. Not only that, 25% of these graduates will get the placements in the armed forces itself. Remaining 75% to get preferential treatment over others in various government opportunities. And the most important thing, you would get on the job practical training, not just those theoretical classes. Imagine the kind of personality development you will have, the skills you will learn, including the super most important personality trait of discipline. The companies will be lined up to hire you. What more on earth can you ask for? Just look at Sainik schools, which are not providing even 10% of what one is going to get in an Agnipath scheme. Still, we all know how hard it is to get an admission in a Sainik school. And the kind of discipline they inculcate, that itself is enough to transform the personality of the student. And no wonder these students emerge as winners in whatever career they take up. So I personally feel Agnipath scheme is an excellent scheme. And if it had been positioned and marketed correctly, it would have turned out to be one of the most sought after government schemes. But I don't blame anybody, because if legendary Mr. Ratan Tata and his team of highly qualified professionals can also do the mistake of wrong positioning, then how can we blame our people in armed forces, whose main job is to protect our country and make strategies thereof, and certainly not of marketing or positioning of a recruitment scheme. Anyways, as promised, here is the question for you all. What name or title is proposed to be used for the candidates to be selected under Agnipath scheme in order to differentiate them from the regular soldiers? Please write your answer in the comment section below, and you could win a certificate of appreciation. Also, the winners' names will be announced in the next video. Till then, take care. Thank you. Jai Hind.